Trump has also announced a 100% tariff on all foreign-made movies. He put out a post on Truth Social last night where Trump said that America's movie business has been stolen by other countries. He's almost compared it to stealing candy from a baby. Hollywood has been struggling lately. Streaming services, streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime have made viewers less and less keen to go to the movies and watch the movies in theaters. There's been a significant drop in box office collections, followed by a cut in production by big Hollywood movie studios. And this could be a further blow because this would again further tariff foreign-made movies. Trump is hoping the opposite will happen, that this will encourage Hollywood movies to be made in a better and grander scale, but this could end up having the opposite effect. Now, why should India pay attention on this? We'll come to that in 1 second. But the United States is arguably the biggest movie market in the world, at least in terms of dollar value. It accounts for about 35 to 40% of overseas box office revenues for Indian language cinema, whether it is Bollywood cinema or whether it is regional language films. And this makes it the most crucial foreign market as far as Indian movies are concerned. So if we were to break it down, Telugu movies, for example, they form the largest chunk of Indian movies that are released in the United States. The Telugu film industry is sometimes called Tollywood. So Telugu is at number 1. Number 2 is Bollywood or Hindi movies, which are the second highest. About 30% of revenues for the big budget Bollywood movies actually come from the US market. And then you have Tamil, Malayalam, Punjabi, and other languages, all of which in varying degrees depend on the foreign market. And particularly amongst the foreign markets, the American market is the biggest one. If this rule is enforced and he signs an executive order enforcing this rule, then ticket prices will naturally go up. Distribution costs would go up, it would double. Now, if you want to look at a breakdown of the recent Indian movies, whether they were Hindi movies or other Indian language films, which earned a large part of its revenues from the United States, Bahubali 2 was the highest grosser Indian film in the US market. It amassed $22 million from the American market. That was followed by Kalki 2898 AD, which was the Prabhas and Amitabh Bachchan starrer. That amassed $15 million from the US market. Then there was the Shah Rukh Khan starrer Pathan, roughly around the 10 million or so, 11 million. And then you had RRR, again, the Rajamouli film, the Telugu film, which also had a Hindi theatrical release, again, about $13 million. Pushpa 2, the Allu Arjun starrer, again in that range of 10 to 15. And Dunki, all of these movies, the Shah Rukh Khan starrer Dunki, all of these movies were in between $10 and $15 million. And that's a substantial part of their revenue, which is now going to take a big hit.